So, January 10th, 1999. That's the day the Sopranos pilot first aired on HBO. It's the day James Gandolfini became a household name and the day that began a new TV vanguard. Well, today is the day we've lost the face of that vanguard forever. Sometimes an actor finds a role that just connects. The role of a lifetime. James Gandolfini, who died suddenly today at 51, was Tony Soprano. For 86 episodes over 6 seasons on HBO, Gandolfini seared America's eyeballs with his all-out portrayal of a New Jersey mob boss plagued by self-doubt and petty problems, yet capable of staggering and ruthless violence. With news of his passing, apparently of a heart attack while he was in Italy, the world has lost not only an immensely talented actor, but also a cultural icon. But success was a long time coming for Gandolfini.
I had such anger back then. I guess, when you're young, a lot of people do. Everybody does. You're pissed, and you're not sure why. That's probably why you're all sitting here. Because you want to express something, you don't know what it is.
Gandolfini began his career playing cold-hearted mob enforcers in films like True Romance.
Well, maybe you can help me. I'm looking for a friend of mine.
And Terminal Velocity.
I'm here to determine whether manslaughter charges should be brought against you in Chris Morrow's death.
He kept getting cast as those rough characters, and he kept excelling in the roles. As his career developed, so did his portrayal of some of society's roughest characters. In the 1996 film The Juror, he played a hitman with a conscience.
All right, they just turned in the driveway. You better get out of there.
And so by the time the world met Tony Soprano in 1999, Gandolfini had become a seasoned master at bringing to life the gray areas between crime and civility,
Did I sit?
evil and humanity. And that was the secret of his success as Tony Soprano.
My son got shot, and he got away.
What do we do now?
He wasn't just a homicidal mafioso, a brutal tough guy. He was, in a sense, every guy. He had problems.
Even though there are little pieces that just don't match up, and you have no choice but to put them in that little place in your brain where you say, I'll deal with that another time.
I'm not leaving here, Carmela.
I don't love you anymore. I don't want you. You are not sleeping in my bed, Tony. The thought of it now makes me sick.
He was a family man in a sometimes troubled family.
I told you.
If there was children playing in those leaves, you'd have run them over.
I guess.
Well, you gonna get cute now?
I was just answering her question.
Dad, he wasn't being funny.
You'll mind your own goddamn business. Unless you want some of this, too.
And he was, in a way, a dreamer.
How did Tony Soprano come into your life and into ours?
I got the script, and I remember reading it, and I was laughing out loud. And I said, there's no way I will be able to do this. I mean, I've said that before. I really thought that they would pick someone, different than I.
How different? In what way?
A suave, good-looking mafioso guy. Just somebody a little more leading man type, basically.
It was Tony Soprano's journey of self-discovery, combined with his vicious mobster machinations, that made the show so relentlessly watchable, so enormously influential. And it brought James Gandolfini tremendous praise, 3 Emmys, and worldwide fame. Fans remembered him tonight in Hollywood.
He nailed it. He was just right on. And I don't know if anybody could have played that part any better.
Well, he was a great actor. I really enjoyed him in The Sopranos and really enjoyed him in other movies, too.
On Twitter, among countless accolades, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. James Gandolfini's passing is an awful shock. He was a fine actor, a Rutgers alum, and a true Jersey guy. After The Sopranos ended its original run in 2007, Gandolfini looked to branch out, playing, for example, then Defense Secretary Leon Panetta in 2012's retelling of the hunt for Osama bin Laden, Zero Dark 30. But the mob roles beckoned.
I don't take orders from like you.
He played alongside Brad Pitt in last year's Killing Them Softly, telling ABC's Cynthia McFadden in a rare television interview he had to be talked into playing another tough guy.
I didn't want to do another mob guy for a long time. And
Why?
Well, why? I've done it for 10 years. I had no more tricks. I couldn't pull anything out of the hat for this kind of thing.
In a statement tonight, HBO said, "We're all in shock and feeling immeasurable sadness at the loss of a beloved member of our family. He was a special man, a great talent, but more importantly, a gentle and loving person who treated everyone, no matter their title or position, with equal respect."
I have some dark moments, and I think it's useful that I have a place to put them. If I know I'm going to play some of these characters, and I think it's channeled into creativity. Some of the stuff that we all have, I think. And then this way, it's my way of exploring them and getting them out. And sometimes I learn from doing these things.
I went ahead and ordered something for the table.
The Sopranos ended famously in the middle of a meal at a diner, cut off abruptly. Don't stop. Now, abruptly, death has taken James Gandolfini, and he leaves behind a wife and 3 children, including an 8-month-old girl. But like all iconic roles, Tony Soprano lives on, and through him, so does the gifted man who so unforgettably brought that character to life, and yet died too young.